Weather conditions across Europe this Easter are more like winter than spring. Tens of thousands of people are without power in Central Europe, and torrential rain is being blamed for deaths in the south. Arctic air and snow mean temperatures are about 4 degrees colder than normal. In the UK, the average March temperature was just 3 degrees. And as Stuart GREER explains, it all adds up to Europe's coldest start to spring in half a century.
With a dump of 30 centimeters of snow, winter-weary Central Europeans could be forgiven for thinking this was the Christmas holiday instead of Easter. I don't remember a white Easter, he says. I should build a snow bunny. Power lines in Poland were toppled, leaving more than 100,000 people without electricity. Road conditions were also treacherous, and many were left spending their day off digging out in what's being called Europe's coldest start to spring in 5 decades. The roads are dreadful, says this bus driver. It was actually much better in December. But at ski resorts across the continent, like this one in Germany, there were no complaints about the wintry weather. It's super amazing, says the skier. We haven't had snow this late in the season for a long time. In Prague, no snow but frigid temperatures meant spring markets were still selling winter apparel. A couple of hardy Canadian visitors had some advice on how to battle the cold.
Drinking warm wine, yeah.
No, certainly nothing compared to back home in some of the cities back home, so for us it's not too bad.
Climate researchers warn the unusually cold spring that Europe is experiencing this year could become more common as the melting of the Arctic ice cap continues to set new records. A study by the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research says the shrinking of sea ice in the eastern Arctic is heating up low levels of air that is bumping the Gulf Stream off course. So Arctic air from Siberia is stuck over northern Europe, and southern Europe is getting the North's warm but wet weather. That may explain why flash flooding is devastating tiny communities across Spain and Portugal. At least 3 people have died and dozens more have been evacuated. And there's no end in sight, with Europe's weird spring weather expected to last well into mid-April. Stuart GREER, Global News, Prague.